I think Cynthia MacPherson has said in the past that the pancake is flat on both sides, and I believe that, and I know she believes it, and people like Paula Bacon and this whole issue, you need to see the other side. So this won't be long.
We don't want to hear Belgium. We want to hear it. Go to Belgium.
I didn't know that we had unlimited time to speak, so you only have to listen to me for about 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Too long.
Some of you might ask why a citizen of Cabool in Texas County is here to address the Honorable Mayor and the City Council of Mountain Grove. It's kind of coincidental. My mother graduated from Mountain Grove High School, and my grandpa, George Scott, that some of you know, was a circuit-riding preacher on a horse, no less, as he went from church to church to preach. Actually, Cynthia MacPherson and I have a lot in common. I'm sure if Cynthia is not rolling her eyes that some of you are saying, oh sure, I'm a guy, she's obviously a female. She is an attorney at law, I'm not. She's a marathon runner, and I've only run 12 miles once in my life, and not even in this century. But we both have grandchildren living in the area. We both have at least 3 sisters, and we both have ties to Audrain County, Missouri, where my great-grandparents used to live. We graduated from high school in the mid-1960s, and we both care about and have invested in this community, and we live right here and want to make this our home for as long as we can. So why do I passionately support the opportunity to pursue the processing plant at Dunn, which is not in either city limits? How many times do we get the chance to have a $6 million plus investment in our area that promises to hire 40 to 60 local workers at a fair wage with benefits?
Okay, we're going to have to hold it down.
They hope to process horses, and in itself will probably mean additional labs and businesses, meaning more jobs and higher tech jobs may be created or moved here, as so many parts of a horse, including blood, tendons, etc., are used for a variety of purposes. Farmers, trucking, auctions, horse owners will benefit wherever the plant is located, not to mention local retail and business. I've heard the complaints from people in both towns about why we should support an industrial park in Texas County. Some citizens of Cabool see it only helping the tax base of the Mountain Grove school system. I've always seen it as a way to help the unemployed in any economy, especially this one, to make life better for all of us. Twin Cities was started as a way that both towns could work together if a job project was too big for either town. Sure, tough questions need to be answered. Will there be risk to groundwater and environment? Will local workers be hired compared to non-locals? Will property values be harmed?
Yes.
Cynthia says in a letter to both communities that our towns will virtually be destroyed. This rhetoric sounds very much like it did when Licking in Texas County was trying to get the new correction center. People were saying property values would drop, visitors would be numerous and unsavory, crime would increase. It hasn't happened in Licking. In fact, it's been good for the whole county in this area. I live and work right here, and my house is on a private well only about 300 yards from 2 large Cabool sewer lagoons. And at least once a year, effluent from the lagoon is pumped onto pastures near the airport that I call the rice paddies. Incidentally, I think the idea of pumping the effluent was supported by then City Administrator Mike MacPherson. I've never complained, as there has never been a problem to my well water from these lagoons and their operations, nor anyone else that I know of. I think the news leader was right to have an editorial opinion in favor of us getting the opportunity for these jobs and livestock handled in a humane manner as possible, and the government to adequately monitor the complete facility, including sewer. By the way, United Equine LLC expects to incorporate state-of-the-art waste handling systems and have less demand.
Like they did in Texas?
Okay, we're going to have to hold it down. If you want to stay in, you're going to have to be quiet. If you don't, I'm going to have police officers. Just hold it down.
And have less demand on wastewater treatment than standard livestock processing facility, because equine carcass has much less fat, that component of animal processing most subject to collection and disposal. I could go into detail about their proposal of a lined lagoon system that would be built to meet or exceed all requirements of the Missouri Department of Natural Resources, but I won't take your time tonight. All blood will be collected through a blood collection processing system for various industrial, consumer product, and agricultural applications. There will be a public meeting March 12th to meet the principals, including Sue Wallis, and hear their plans here at the Ozarks YMCA building in Mountain Grove from 3 to 5:30 p.m. on Monday, March 12th. I'll admit I'm not used to seeing opposition to jobs, but I do understand these legitimate questions about the environment, and I know processing horses creates a highly emotional atmosphere for some. The news leader says Texas County's unemployment rate is 9.9%. If you all, and I'm talking to the council here, if you all have any say in this, I hope you will consider what a new plant and the jobs from it with proper safeguards will do for our area. I'm not alone in supporting this proposal. Many are afraid to speak publicly when an attorney is so vocal in opposition and implying that someone will get sued, and she's very well trained in her craft. Thank you for your contribution, council people, for your city government and helping make this a better place.
It's about the environment.